In this question, we will write proofs involving supplementary and complementary angle. Here they have told us to prove these two, this given, and we have to prove these statements for these particular lines. You can say they are not even a triangle, but there are angles involved here. Measure of ABC and measure of DEF is, equal. They have given us. So now we need to write statement and proof in two columns. Proof. So first thing what we do is write whatever is given. Measure of ABC is equal to measure of DEF. That is what is given. I'll just write given. And they have told they both are supplementary. ABC angle and DEF as supplementary. DEF are, you can write the full form supplementary. I'm just going to write like that. And that is also given. And the last statement is going to be this. No matter what, that is going to be ABC. See, I'm just going to write ABC and DEF. DEF are right angles. That is hence proved. You can write. That is fine if you write like this, but here there is important, some things to write. So these two things are given, and the last one is proved is also in the question. What is the middle thing? Now we know that these two angles are equal, isn't it? So what I can write is ABC is equal to, angle ABC is equal to DEF. Why? Because they're congruent. That's they've given over here. Measure is equal. That means they both are equal. That means it's congruency. Definition of congruency. You can write it as definition of congruency or congruent angles of congruent angles. Now this is very important. The next one they have told they both are supplementary, right? So here, if they both are supplementary, which is given to us, then we can tell, okay, that's the last statement because this is a very short proof. We know these both are equal. Now ABC and is a right angle, but don't write just proven. Why? Because they are, see, the angles are congruent or equal and supplementary. That is the reason. Supplementary means what exactly? Supplementary means they add up to be 180 degrees. So basically when you add ABC and DEF, that is equal to 180 degrees, and they are equal. So both of them are 90 and 90. You don't have to write this, I'm just telling you. So this is it. If you write these four statements, it's enough. Over here, because it's a very basic proof, just one statement is enough. And this, the last one, they're right angle. You can just tell because the angles are congruent and they are supplementary. They're equal and supplementary. Therefore, you can just read through this. Here they have written in different form, but it's the same thing what they are conveying, the same message in different words. That's it. Now look at this one here. They have given us measure of angle 2 and 3 are congruent and M and P are perpendicular. So here these two are given. I'm not going to write the given things, but after what is given, that is very important. See, initially what I thought is I can tell 1 and 3 are perpendicular, but to tell, corresponding, that corresponding, but to tell that we need to know N and P are parallel. They have not mentioned that, so I can't go with that basis, but I can tell this is 90 degree. Why is that? Because they have clearly told M and P are perpendicular, so I'll tell angle 3 is right angle, sorry, GHT. GHT, right angle. I'm not writing the given, but you need to write both these statements as given, and the reason being M perpendicular to P, and therefore angles are right angles. When two perpendicular lines are there, all the angles will be right angles. That's the reason. Okay, that is fine. But now what about 1 and 2? Now here they have clearly told 1 and 2 are equal. So we can tell 1, that is given, right? 1 and 2 are right angles. Why is it are right angles? because they are linear pairs and they're congruent. Linear pairs and they're congruent to each other. Pair and congruent. Now what happens is they both are linear pair in the sense when you add them up, it'll be equal to 180 degree and they're equal. So this must be 90 and 90. And this we have already proven is a right angle. Therefore, 2 is congruent to 3. That is the last sentence. Why? Because both are right angles. Because both are right angles. See, now let's go through this again. Measure of angle 1 and measure of angle 2 are equal. That's given. Measure M is perpendicular to P is given. If M is perpendicular to P, we can tell this is a right angle. That's 90 degrees. Why? Because M and P is perpendicular. Angles, all angles over here will be right angles. Now 1 and 2 are right angles. Why? Because we know these both are equal and they form a linear pair that is on the same line. So they are 180 equal to 180. But since they're equal, they will become right angles. 90 degree, 90 degree. And then we can tell 2 and 3 are equal because see, we have told 3 is right angle, 2 is also right angle. So therefore 2 and 3 must be equal because they both are right angles. Now initially in my mind I thought I'll tell 1 and 3 are corresponding angles, but no, you can't tell that because N and P no information is given. But yes, we can understand, yes, they are parallel, but now we came to know you have to prove it like this. Let's go through the solution set here that's given. Yeah, they form a linear pair and then they have told they are right angles. Yes, now they have told this perpendicular lines form 4 right triangles and all are congruent. See, whatever my proof varies a little bit, you don't need to write all this. You can just stick with three of these statements. That's enough. As long as you're proving the point, that's more than enough. What about over here? They have told us to find the measure of both of these angles, ABC and CBD, and they have told the sum of both. See, ABD, that is the whole thing, is 120 degrees. So let's add them up. 2x plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 120 degrees. Here you can write the details beforehand, what is given and everything, but you can just start with this. That's absolutely fine. Let's add them up. It'll be 7x. That is equal to 1 minus 6 to the other side will be plus. So it'll be 126. Now then we have 105 and 3. It'll be 18. X is equal to 18. So you can do mental math because I know 105 it's 15. 7 5s are 7 15s are 105. But then how much is it? It'll be 21. So 21 is 7 times 3. So add 3 here, it'll be 18. So there are mental math tricks as well. If you try them, it's very easy to do simple calculation, but you can double check any time with your calculator as well. So x is 18. Now what else? We need to find the measure of these both. ABC will be equal to 2 times x, that is 2 times 18. So now here what mental math you can do is, the nearest one to 18 is 20. So 20 times 2 is 40 and then subtract 4, it will be 36. If you're getting confused, leave that, just use calculators, guys. And CBD here will be equal to 5x minus 6. So here we have 5 times 18 minus 6. Now how can you do a mental math over here? That'll be 18 10 times is 180. Half of that is 5. 18 5 times. So that's 90. 90 minus 6 is 84. So here we go. The answers are 36 and 84. And x was 18. What about this problem here? The same thing, they have told us this measure and the total angle is also told. So let's solve it up. 4x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 140. So here we have 6x is equal to, it goes to the other side, will become 150. 140 plus 10. Now divide both the sides by 6, it'll be 25 here, because 120, 30, yeah. 25, and then we substitute over here. Measure of JKL will be equal to 4x, that is 4 times 25, that's 100. And what about the other measure? JKM, that's, sorry, not JKM, we have to do LKM, that'll be 2x minus 10, that is 2 times 25 minus 10, that'll be 50 minus 10, that's 40 over here. So those are the answers, 40 and 10. X value was 25. Don't stop over there. You need to find individually both the other angles, and here we go. That is the end of this question. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, please consider rewatching the video or posting your doubts in the comments. I hope you all will head on to the next video.